Yeah, this is my analysis for a couple pairs. Gold, the dollar index, Euro USD, GJ, EU, GU, and UC. I'll start with DXY. For DXY, I have no long term I've obviously analyzed the long term, but there's nothing specific to show me. So most of the analysis will be based on the short term, the daily and the 4 hour, which is what will show me the same thing. For me, my last week thing was when I saw market obviously take these eyes here, okay, and retest that, we should be moving into this area because that's just the next area. For me, it's simple. This trend line here is drawn from the 1 hour. This black one right here. If we break this trend line, yeah, clearly I'll be thinking market the dollar will be bearish. Probably, and these are targets possibly here, possible here. Now, as last month's low is already taken, I do want market to continue moving up because this I don't see our market will try to take last month's low and only move all the way to here. It's not that much. But for me to be bullish, I want market to take this block convincingly. Okay. Um Possibly retest it a tiny bit. Okay, and then we move straight up. This is my long term target. Okay. Anywhere in between here. Okay, that's it for dollars. So I don't know what's gonna do right now, but like I said, the two options. Embrace the trend line. I see it going there. We take this. I see it going here. Or we move up. I see it going at least here. Um, and it's gonna be influenced by a lot of the stuff on Wednesday. Obviously, interest rate decision is on Wednesday, but that has already been priced in. But if it does increase, even though that's been priced in already for the last few weeks, I do think markets should push up a tiny bit. But I think I should be focusing more on the CPI, which is here, coming out Wednesday as well, because that will tell us if they're really on target with inflation, and that will indicate whether they will increase interest rates for 2018, which is what is causing issues with the dollar. It's not this year anymore, it's next year because this year's interest rate has been priced in. If I highly doubt it, 1% chance that interest rate is not increased or even decreased, dollar will shit itself and we'll probably go all the way down here at least. But yeah, I doubt that will happen. If I go straight to other dollar pairs, Euro USD is sort of mirroring the same thing. If I start with the weekly here, um, for me, I see this area as a reaccumulation area here. I see this as the initial accumulation, the throwback breakout. I see this as a reaccumulation. And when we're reaccumulation, I would just go down to a shorter time frame to see what market could possibly do. Since reaccumulation, anything could happen. I need to be careful because that's where the market makers usually take the retail money. What I'm thinking market would do based on this pattern here. I'm just going to the 4 hour to show it a bit better. For me, it's really simple. I have a trend line here. It's a bit more clear on the 1 hour. I'll show you the yeah. So this is it from the 1 hour. I'll go back to the 4 hour. I have a trend line here. If I break this, the way first of all, the way your USD has been moving is if you each time it makes a low from here, from around here, just draw a block around that candle, okay, and it just retests straight into it and falls, retest straight into it falls, retest straight into it falls. Possibly it's coming back into this block here, okay, and will it fall? We'll see. If market does move below this block here, I do think we'll fall down. Where do I think long term? I think we're gonna take last month's low. Okay, this is another target region, but I do think long term we'll take last month's low. That is if Euro USD does take this block here, this zone here. Okay, and that will correlate with DXY if DXY block here is taken as well. Okay, now on the other hand, if Euro USD breaks this trend line, I'm not too convinced by it, so I wanted to take this low, this block here, based on the low of pair. Okay, based on the pattern I said market is making. So this low is based on that pattern, and if market obviously takes that pattern is broken, a market is gonna start doing a different thing. So if it takes here and it moves down, I'll be looking to buy euro, probably where 1.9250, which is a strong region, or last month's high, which is not too far away from it. But for that to happen, the dollar. Oh, 1 second. I just deleted it by accident. Do I still have it? 1 second. yeah, for that to I've got to rest 2 seconds. For that to happen, market to come retest. Okay, the dollar will